Hi, this is Kathy, and this is the lunch update for Thursday, June 12th. All right, let's look at the ES profile first. Okay, we're almost to about the annual average type range, but what's more important here is that price is holding below this 1934.25 neutral zone, right? It's like a separator of areas. So now what price is doing is an awesome job of filling in the imbalance from the 6-5 session where there was a lot of thin volume. And so it's doing a great job of filling it in up to around 1927-ish. So until price can hold below like 1924.50, it implies it's going to continue to chop around in there and finish balancing that out. And then if it continues to the downside, the next important support test is going to be this 1950 and 1917.25, so that region inside of there. Okay. Otherwise, if it pops back above 1934.25, then the areas of interest are 1937, 40.50, a gap at 44, and 1948. Okay, harmonically speaking, this Scion bullish pattern had a very embarrassing retracement. It couldn't even make it to 38.2%. So that was the first clue of downside continuation, right? And so now that it's holding below the PRZ of 1925, the implication is it's going to head towards this double bullish PRZ. So this 1918, remember, that kind of correlates with that region that I was looking at on the volume profile chart. So as long as price holds below here, this is the magnet. Now, if it pushes back above this 1925, it could mean it's going to try another attempt to go into retracement mode. Well, now there's an adjustment. The ideal minimum retracement target is a little bit lower, so it's now at 1932.50. Okay, that's going to be the ideal minimum retracement. That will also be the last chance to validate bearish cross. Now, I want you to notice the bearish cross happened back here. Okay, not there, here. Okay, but what's going on now is two faster moving averages are crossing below the 200, and that's another form of a bearish cross. Okay, in Q. All right, it has extended past the target for this smaller pattern, and so if that's going to be the case, I need to look at a larger rotation. Okay, so I'm going to look here and see that there's another pattern, and I'm just going to draw these, and it's called a deep crab. So what that tells me is this at 37.56.25, that's a larger pattern PRZ, and so what it looks like is occurring is price is breaching this target to test the next target. Now if it goes below there, I'm going to have to go further out to find some targets, maybe the daily chart or whatever. So this is a double bullish PRZ between 37.62.75 and 37.56.25. So that's where price is now. A break of one way or the other is going to be key. I can go ahead and do the most recent ABCD targets. May need to go a little bit more. That's not going to give me much. So I'm going to do a bigger one, bigger rotation. Okay, so if it, well, it's so much correlation. I love fibs. Okay, if it holds below this 37.56.25, the next target will be 37.49. Okay, and otherwise, if it holds back above this this zone here above 37.62.75-ish, then it's going to be bouncing into falling moving averages to validate the bearish cross. And if it holds above 37.72.75, the implication is it's going into retracement mode. Okay? And CL. All right. hasn't quite made it to my target. It's really kind of going sideways now. So that's kind of irritating when that occurs, but what can you do? All right, so price is still trying to go into retracement mode of this bearish crab extreme. The ideal minimum retracement is 105.56. It has not been able to get there yet. There was another emerging pattern. Oops, it goes lower. That actually that's a zone between 105.56 and 105.40, but right now price is in between opposing emerging patterns. I can tell just by looking at it. So I'm not going to, instead of drawing some more harmonics in here, I'm just going to look and see where the most recent golden ratio zone is. And right now it's testing it as resistance. So that's a key level, and so is the top of the golden ratio zone. So right now it's kind of trying to go sideways. If it holds above 106, it implies the top of the golden ratio zone at 106.21, and then a retest of that bearish crab extreme PRZ. Otherwise, as long as it holds below 106, and I believe there's confluence there also, then the implication is it still has an opportunity to complete this pattern, but the longer it holds above this 105.90, the less probable it is. Now I can go to a larger rotation, and I know that, let me just hide this. And so what I'm going to look at is this. Is it making it to the 38.2%? Not quite. So I'm not going to go to the larger rotation yet. I want to see it's just really going sideways. And so I want to see it break one of these golden ratio zones. Okay. All right. That's it for me. Have a good rest of the day.